This is what the judge had said he was going to do. He was going to sentence him to an unconditional release. There was not going to be any kind of prison time, no penalties, no fines, nothing. It's just the stigma of now being a convicted felon and in 10 days being the first president to be sworn in as the president of the United States as a convicted felon. I think that's what he's been trying to avoid all along.
Well, June, it does say that Trump plans to appeal the verdict and seek to overturn his conviction through the appeals process. What would that look like? What is the likelihood of that outcome?
Well, so Trump has appealed just about every legal decision that has been handed down against him. So this is no surprise. He's already started to appeal some of the motions and some of the things the judge did. So what happens is once the sentence is handed down, they have about 30 days to say whether or not they're going to appeal. And then they do their arguments in an appellate brief to the appellate division in this case, and then he'll probably appeal whatever they say if it's not good for him to the highest court in New York, which is the New York Court of Appeals, and most likely to the Supreme Court, because he's going to be arguing about these presidential immunity decisions and whether they affected. In other words, what happened here is he said after that presidential immunity decision came out, he said that Judge Merchan shouldn't have allowed in some of the testimony, for example, for Hope Hicks, which had taken place in the White House, because that was done in the course of his presidential duties. Judge Merchan disagreed with that and also said that there was overwhelming evidence, so that wasn't even needed for the jury. So that's going to be definitely one of his points of appeal.
What else is out there for the president? Like most people, I can't keep track, and I think it feels like most of them are either resolved or dismissed or...
Well, when he takes office, nothing is going to happen to him at all for 4 years because they won't go after. There's no prosecution of sitting presidents. The Georgia case is still sort of hanging around in appellate courts. The prosecutor there was thrown out because of a relationship with another prosecutor on the case. So that's left that very tenuous. Okay. That case is still there. But, I mean, really, he'll just have appeals of this, and the classified document case goes forward without him.